Hello there, and as usual, I'm Aaron from Let's Stand Gamers, and welcome. So you guys wanted to see a few more stations from the workshop. Now, this is the beautiful Universal Colony module created by Necron. And as usual, we'll take a look around the outside, and then we'll dip inside to see some of its features. Now, the external sort of housing of this, we have like this white sort of area within this, what I can only describe as like a black roll cage. I really like the idea of it, and just the whole general structure looks like it's supposed to be mounted on the edge of a cliff like I've done so here, but it can also be mounted on flat land if need be. So if we continue rolling around this side, you'll notice that we've got two side windows, one that overlooks like the cafeteria slash meeting room. So say for instance you wanted to meet with a rival faction, you could sit at this table and maybe talk to that table over there, but we'll go inside a little bit more in a moment's time, but we'll continue going around the back. So at the side, we've actually got ourselves a connector port. So this means if you've got a ship with a side or back facing docking port, you could dock with this area, offload your supplies, and actually use this as a storage site for your supplies. So up on the top, we've got these nice little catwalks, so they allow you to access and maintain our bio sort of oxygen generators up on the top. So you can see I always connected them up there and used a semi cut down block to give them a little bit more detail. Very nice indeed, as well as combining that with the solar panels at the front and sort of laser based antenna, so we could connect that up to maybe a satellite and bounce a message if we wanted to. So as we come around the back, you'll see that the rib cage, or the sort of roll cage of this station, actually breaks off, and up in the top area we have ourselves a little hangar. So if I actually bring my character over here, we'll see if we can open it up with my character. It might only be accessible by ships. So as I come here, no, it's not. It looks like it must only be detecting small ships, so players don't actually activate it. So we'll go into the lower area here. What I really like about this lower area is look how we've got these bright spotlights. So even on a dark night, whatever vehicles you've got docking down here can actually be accessed. So you can see we could bring in up to 2 rovers in here, dock them with the various ports, and then we've got this cargo container, little bit of an image with some diagrams. Very cool indeed. Look at that, that's beautiful. So if we continue moving up this side, you'll see that my character is actually on the side, because the way I placed it on this mountain, I placed it so it was flat with the mountain, where I should have leveled it off a little bit better. So going up here, we've got a little bit of a logo, maybe for the corporation this is part of, and we've got various buttons. So we've got the communications antenna, we've got lights panels, we've got light exterior, we've got light logo, and we've also got light exit. So let's just pop this door open. And I always find it's very sort of, oh god, I pressed the wrong button. There we go, press F, seal up this airlock behind us, even though we don't really need to since we're on an Earth-like planet. And now we're inside. So very important at the back here, we've got hundreds of buttons, not hundreds, we've got 8 buttons, but we can actually access our various lights, ports and whatnot. You can see that's the connector, we've got the second connector there, we've got the connector garage, so there's 4 connectors in total, all connected up into there. You can see we've got the lower part we actually need to carve out, so there's actually a drop-off point where you could drop supplies down into that cargo area. And off in this side, we've got, I believe, our lights garage, so let's have access of that. So that's our lights on and off, so there goes the lights. We've also got our defenses, so we can turn our defenses on and off. Maybe we want a different faction to enter into our docking port, so we can begin some negotiations. We want to turn them off. And we've got something in Russian that I don't understand what it is, and we've got another one in Russian that I don't understand. But you can see at the back we've got some more information, so if you are on the duty of unloading or loading up your little cargo transport vehicle, then you can see exactly what's going on within this ship. Well, not the ship, the station. I keep calling the ship. It feels like a ship the way it's laid out. So going down this corridor, we actually access into our cryo storage facility. Now, say for instance you want to leave someone here for a bit of time, then you can drop them in one of these beautiful little cryo bays. I really like this corridor. Let me just turn my hood off for a moment so you can have a feeling. We've got lights to add that effect from the bottom. You can see how effective lighting can be. We've also got a battery up at the top. Now, it'd be nice to think that them batteries, if the whole station went offline or went into like a low power mode, that these would keep the cryo bays running. Well, I'm not too sure about that, so let's go up a level. And if we go up into this level, you'll notice it has a little date block. Very nice, especially if you're working away and then you realize that it's actually like 10, well, it's like 6 in the morning. You've been working up all night building away. So we'll continue going up the stairs and we'll come back down into that area. So coming up here, we've got our docking into the hangar. So I'll just pop them open. And we have a small little hangar bay, not really suitable for any sort of large ship, but at the moment this is just perfect for a small exploration vessel. You've got connectors on all sides, so you're not going to have any struggle in doing that. And we've got this little cool thing on the side that it looks like some sort of, let's have a quick read to see what it does. But it looks like, oh, it's a projector. Very nice. So it means we could project out a small ship. So we can turn it on and off and project our small ship out there. We've also got a control panel so we can control that area. Let's actually hop into this bay a second and see what options we've got, if we've got any. So we've got doors unlocked. So I think that's, is that a 9? Perfect. So there we go. We can actually see the doors opening. We've got some flashing lights. They were flashing on the outside. And we've also got these protective ribs that I think are quite handy to stop rockets or other things coming in from them side angles while you're trying to dock your ship. Well, let's continue and go to the main sort of quarters area. So we've come down into this level. You'll see on both sides we've got like a cool sort of, I'd call it like a server room on this side. I'll just pop in here. It's not too fancy inside here, but you can just see we've got the computers that are going to run the various systems in this area. And below that we've got some I think these are like add-on parts to refineries or assemblers. So let's pop that door closed and we'll come over here. Now on this side we've got ourselves a similar sort of system, but this is actually just modules in here. So we've got the nuclear reactor on this side. That's probably, hopefully, got some redundancies in the actual station. I think I saw one downstairs as well. And we've also got the various other upgrade modules in this part. And very cool indeed. Just very nicely set up. It's everything you need in a tight package, and Aaron gets trapped in a door. So coming down into this area, we have the upper stories. So if we just pop up here, you can actually see we've got the med bay on that side. And we've got access to both of these through here. So the med bay is quickly accessible. You've got various functions as well. Artificial gravity, production, projector. So that's main structure projector. We can turn that on and off. Let's actually turn that back on because Aaron just turned it off. So there we go. I've projected something back up. I don't know where it's projecting it to though. That's what's interesting. We've got the oxygen generator up there. Let's go around this other side. And it looks like this is supposed to be like a small cabin room. Maybe you could sleep in here in the day if you're just doing a quick shift. And what's great about this place is just the view you get if you place it on the edge of a cliff. So let's actually have a look out there. You can see enemies approaching. You could see people working in the valley below. It just gives me more incentive to sort of build up on a cliff so you can see all the sights around you. You expose yourself though, but at the same time you can see a lot of what's going on. So down here we have the general sort of meeting room. Say you want to talk to a rival faction, you set your machine gun up the top there, and when they come in, you murder them all before you come to any agreement. No, you don't do that. You do a nice legitimate agreement with them, and maybe, well, hopefully, just hopefully that you'll come to some sort of agreement where no one's going to get killed, or maybe it could just be a simple trade agreement where it's like, oh, I would like to come through your area without getting shot. Can we arrange that? It could all be discussed here very nicely, and you've got like a few little upside down monitors and stuff that they've got to like do a bit of fakery and cool parts down there. That's all connected up with rotors, so there's no worry of it coming off. But just a really interesting structure. I like to see well-designed stations like this that can be placed in multiple environments. This is pretty much completely sealed up. This could go on any planet. And I really do recommend, if you want to build a station and put it into your blueprints, that you build something that you could put on any planet if you need to build. And this is absolutely perfect for that. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Make sure to smash that like button, and I will see you next time.